Okay, let's do this one more time. Welcome to Power Palace Gym, 1980s themed bodybuilding, powerlifting, sports conditioning gym in Newberg, Oregon. Willamette Valley, right? Well known for being one of the only other places other than in France where you can grow Pinot grapes, yet also soon to be well known for producing champions, right, through our gym. Champion bodybuilders and powerlifters, right? We've got well over 60 pieces of equipment now, as you'll soon see, in our 1980s themed bodybuilding gym. And really try to track down a lot of high-quality, American-made equipment that was built like a tank and lasts the test of time. Very, very, very quickly, I will try to run through the gym as fast as I possibly can for this video so you have a general idea of what to expect and why you should come to Power Palace Gym and over any other gym with at least a half hour, of distance from us, right? Okay, this is the reception area, and normally I have some rock and roll music playing, okay, but for the purpose of this video, there's no music playing. We've got drinks and snackage, okay, here. We also sell some apparel, okay, you want to get into the theme of the 80s, right? We've got lots of great posters. Almost every poster you're going to see in here is an original poster, including the movie posters here, okay? Right when you come into the entrance, you're going to see the 10 Commandments of Power Palace Gym, our rules posted here. And we are a 24-hour gym, by the way. I've got cameras, so it's really important everybody follows the rules, makes everything run super smooth. We've got some photos here of Rock meeting various celebrities, Hulk Hogan, a bunch of other people. Got one of our trainers here, Daryl Jones, one of the most experienced trainers in Oregon, I think. He's trained a lot of champion bodybuilders over the years. Got some of these people still training here. Of course, I've got some of my military awards here. I was never a big bodybuilder person, but I have a big martial art background. I was infantryman in the U.S. Army. I served both in the Guard as well as active duty Army, and did my deployment with 10th Mountain. So, arm wrestling table, got a little arm wrestling club going on here. And cardio section, we've got basically everything that you want. Rower, ellipticals, step mill now. We've got some bikes. All right, we got 2 treadmills. One of these treadmills is even fancy-dancy. Has a little fan in it, right? TV. Used to play Pluto TV, 80s, 90s channels, but the damn app kept crashing. So I created a special mix. It's currently on mute. But normally we play the sound in here. I moved our speakers around. Used to be a speaker mounted right up there. I moved it way, way down so that now there's kind of like a sound wall, if you will, where you can actually hear the TV and get motivated by the TV, because I've got a huge, it's like 80%, there's probably at least a good 20+ hours of video content in this on a random shuffle rotation. Right now, I believe it's playing a documentary. This documentary, I think, is about a bodybuilding show for women. Honestly, can't remember which one it is. I've got a bunch of stuff in the rotation here. I also put in a bunch of goofy things, like, toy commercials for, like, He-Man and, Keebler Elf stuff, and public service announcements with Mr. T and Pee Wee Herman, and various 80s kind of thing. But it's like 80% just bodybuilding motivational, stuff, and some documentaries and things like that. Just sort of inspire our members. We do not play the news in this gym, okay? I actually own a newspaper, local newspaper. I don't even advertise in this gym. This gym is for coming here and feeling like you're back in the 80s, not thinking about all of life's problems, to get motivated, prove yourself. That is the purpose of this gym. This is all the upper body area. Way, way back in the corner is lower body area. So very quickly through here, we've got our bench presses, okay? All the chest equipment and back equipment is all the way through here. Military press over here. Great barbells here, okay? We've got shoulder equipment through here, including the 4-way neck machine. Got our shrug machine here for your traps. And we've got a Nautilus seated side lateral raise machine. We've got a Precor carrying machine for shoulder work. So this is a really excellent machine, super isolating for the shoulders. And got a hammer strength front military press, which is kind of considered very obscure. It's a really nice machine. It brings both the upper chest and your shoulders into the workout. Dumbbells up to 125 pounds still. A lot of really great stationary benches here. We've got a back extension over here. We've got a decline bench, 90-degree bench, flat head preacher curl. I got this over here so that you can do single arm concentration preacher curls. Okay, so people like to do that. Rogue fat pad and various other benches here as well. Tons of accessories. Wish this was a little bit more organized, but we're doing the best that we can. I have a stand now, at least for our lat pull down attachments. But I've got basically every type of attachment you can think of for our 2 cable crossovers. Used to have 3 in here, but that was a little excessive. So now we still have our adjustable Paramount old school cable crossover, which has the cable row and lat pull down attachment to it. And of course, now I also have the very obscure ST2 series Nautilus Kevlar belt driven cable crossover, which is the perfect angle for tricep pull downs. And of course, also great angle for bicep curls as well. A lot of people love this thing. Of course, it only has a 150-pound stack on it. However, I have a gym pin, so you can put plates onto these things. I love to get equipment that's either cam and bicycle chain driven or Kevlar belt driven, so that I can support the additional weight of a gym pin. Hammer strength wide chest machine, another kind of obscure machine. Really good machine. Kind of simulates doing a dumbbell press. I love it, especially because I tore my brachialis tendon earlier this year, and I still have a little bit of difficulty doing dumbbell presses for that reason, but this doesn't put a lot of strain on that tendon, so I tend to do my chest workout with this. Just a normal hammer strength chest press machine here. Pullover machine. So we got kind of the back equipment all kind of over here. This is a Nautilus next generation pullover machine. Not the exact same model that Dorian Yates used, but a lot of people have trained on it. It's very similar type of equipment. And of course, while you're training and doing your lat pull downs, you are looking at posters of Dorian Yates and his Cobra Head lats. So, great thing about this machine is not only is it super rare, but it's also the only way you can activate your lats without also activating your biceps. So, the general philosophy is that Dorian Yates would first use this, get his lats nice and pumped, and then he'd come over here and he'd use a hammer strength ISO leverage lat pull down. Each arm moves independently, use a underhand grip, and just get an amazing pump out of that. Then, of course, we have the new addition to the gym, Cybex Eagle Row. Again, arm moves independently. Love getting ISO stuff, things that just use one arm or one leg. You'll see a lot of that stuff in here. This, I think, is an old InShape chest supported row. It's got 2 different handle angles on it. It's a good piece of kit. Doesn't take up a bunch of space. People love it. Then we have a double chest machine from Nautilus. It's basically an incline pec fly, and then it has a built-in decline press. And again, arms move independently, step on the platform, arms pop up. I love to use this. With the gym pin, I can get 2 more plates on here, so it's pretty great piece of kit. Then, of course, if you want the absolute deepest you can go for a fly movement, 10-degree chest from Nautilus. Wonderful piece of kit. Love to drop set on this thing at the end of my chest workout. Machine bench press. Don't knock it, folks. Even though it says for women, there was a line of Nautilus for women clubs. I think this came out of one of them. Honestly, the only thing that's different about it compared to the normal version is that the bar sits a little bit low, which is actually better for guys, in my opinion. When I tore my brachialis and I was rehabbing my arm, I basically started doing my chest presses on this machine. So, excellent piece of equipment. Don't poo-poo it just because it says for women. It's actually got a pretty serious stack on it. It's got a 250-pound stack. Yes. Okay, and before, of course, we leave this area, I want to talk about we've got our MaxiCam incline chest, and then we've got military press from Cybex. I've got some InShape equipment. This is an InShape bench press over here. InShape used to be a really well-known Oregon-based gym manufacturer. Fortunately, went out of business a number of years ago, but I try to get as much of their stuff as possible because I really like it. And then we've got another MaxiCam flat bench here, hoist decline, and of course we've got a streamlined competition bench as well. Most of our collars here are all the normal snap-on plastic ones. These are the best collars, honestly, in my opinion. And some specialty barbells here. Got Titan multi-grip bar. I've got an axle bar here, tricep extension bar, and of course I recently picked up this training bar, 15-pound aluminum barbell. I noticed some people were taking the fixed barbells out of our arm room, the armory, where I moved them because they used to be over here by the dumbbells. So I put this over here so people don't have to drag, you know, a fixed barbell all across here. A lot of people like to, some people were like this to do a military press and superset with a dumbbell. So now they can do that without having to drag stuff around the gym. Okay, moving on. We're finally getting closer and closer to the jewel of the gym, in my opinion. I've been working really hard. I should have already released a video about this on our YouTube channel. This is the Armory, folks. This is our dedicated arm workout room. And I got the lights, and it just looks so badass. But before we get there, we got this Paramount Butterfly Chest Press Combo machine. Honestly, not a super fan of this one. I'm going to replace this eventually with one that has a rear delt once I can find a really nice one. The big problem, I think, with pec fly machines that have a rear delt is either the pec fly sucks and the rear delt is great, or the rear delt is great, or the opposite, really. Rear delt sucks and the pec fly, you know, is great. So I want to find one that has both being perfect, and then I'll replace this. But here we are, the Armory, okay? Seated tricep machine and overhead tricep extension from Paramount. If this is a Nautilus Power Plus Series 1, actually, I should probably mention that. Nautilus produced this short head preacher curl, which is actually the original design. The main difference between this and the other one, the flathead one, is that the flathead, you can't really bring your forearms into it, which is ideal for single arm preacher curls with a dumbbell. But if you're using a curl bar, maybe you want to bring your forearms into it, you know, that's a little bit better workout. So I've got this in here, two different curl bars in here. I've got a super curl bar with a little bit more concentrated curl, and then I've got this less extreme curl bar here, and some fixed barbells as I mentioned before. Now, Nautilus Nitro Bicep Curl Machine, which is based off the original Nautilus Compound Bicep Machine. Having your arm up in this angle is the only way to activate both biceps, according to Arthur Jones. And I believe him. I got an excellent pump out of this machine. And our bicep next gen, not as great of a machine as the Compound, but definitely a really good machine. I just did an arm workout earlier today, and I superset between these things. Amazing pump. I kind of feel like I don't even have to use dumbbells anymore for bicep workouts. It's just a really, really great workout. Tricep karate chop extension machine. Again, can superset between these. And works only two heads of the tricep, I found. But, you know, that's actually ideal for if you want to do a superset between two machines. And then we have Nautilus, again, next gen Superform machine. Pretty obscure machine. Talk about it a little bit in the other video. 200-pound stack on, of course, put the gym pin on there. You got ISO gripper, you've got pronation, supination, you get your wrist curls. Wonderful piece of equipment. So basically you can do a complete arm workout in this room. And I got to point this out. Like I've spent some effort to create, you know, an ideal training environment. So we've got the Hulk Hogan light switch in here. You can turn lights off in here if you want, and it goes into party mode here. And with the music playing, the old school rock and roll, hairband music, okay, the heavy metal that we got playing in here, you really feel psyched up like you're on your own personal 80s training montage video, okay? Got lots of great stuff in here. Real autograph, Corey Everson photo. Got Mike Mentzer up there. Then we've got Tom Platz up here. We got Franco Colombo. Got Ronnie Coleman autograph. Daniel Fisher autograph. Got Rachel McKillish here. Roy Duvall. Obviously, I got a little bit more space to put more posters up. Hulk Hogan with Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth Arnold, of course. Flex Wheeler autograph, okay? And we got Shannon Menerod. So, Corey Everson again over here, and then another Tom Platz. And just because, you know, it's a little goofy, but also, you know, is 80s inspired. We got the original ad for the Sergeant Slaughter and the hooded Cobra Commander from the G.I. Joe 1980s line. The only way you could get Sergeant Slaughter was by mailing away and using your little G.I. Joe points from buying other G.I. Joe toys and to get these ones. So this is the real, this is not a reproduction, it's the actual poster. It's actually double-sided, but this is the cooler side. So hope you guys think this is kind of cool. I think it's super cool. This is definitely my favorite addition to the gym. Is a dedicated arm workout room, the Armory. Okay. Now continuing on into the lower body section, we've got starting from the corner over here, we've got a standing calf machine from Pro Maxima. Only has a 500-pound stack on it, which is kind of low, to be honest. I can do the whole stack. What I end up usually doing is I drop set it between, superset between this and a seated curl. Seated calf raise. Blah. Sorry folks, it's midnight. Nobody else is in the gym. Best time for me to make these videos. And I'm a little tired. So anyway, so I usually superset between these two, and that way I don't have to use the whole stack, and I get a really good pump into my calves. My calves are not super, great, but I think that I've got okay calves. You can definitely see my calves. So anyway, enough goofiness. MaxiCam. This is kind of like a knockoff version of the Nautilus multi-exerciser. It has a little selectorized weight stack here, and it has a dip belt you put on. You can add resistance to your pull-ups, your dips. You can kind of sort of do a belt squat with this almost, but not really. It's really, I think, just for the pull-up and the dip. Then of course we have Nautilus Power ST2 series using the Kevlar belt system. You can see that here. Assisted one, the more weight you add, the easier the exercise becomes. We've got a Body Masters standing leg curl machine. We've got a Paramount lying leg curl machine, and then we've got a Nautilus seated leg curl machine. So I got like the trifecta of leg curl machines here. Glute kickback from Hoist, as well as a glute bridge machine here. I've got a base jammer here from Hammer Strength, okay, and then I've got a multi-hip machine from Paramount. We've got this combo hip flexor machine, adduction machine, I think is what it's called. And this handle here lets you adjust between both modes. In this mode, it is the spread, and then any of these modes is the squeeze. So there you go. If you could do the splits, perfect workout for you. We've got in-shape hack squat machine. We've got a selectorized leg press from seated leg press from Paramount. This is a local guy here who has a roll bar shop, Rob's Roll Bars, Rob RPM, I think it's called. He made this. He used to have a gym in Oregon City, made a bunch of custom equipment, and I basically purchased this for a reasonable price from another gym over in Beaverton, another bodybuilding gym. And it's a really good machine. And then we've got an ISO leg press from Hammer Strength. I really love this thing. This is a great machine. And then we've got this leg extension machine from Hammer Strength, ISO again, and then selectorized next gen Nautilus leg extension machine. Now going back over here, we've got our powerlifting area. So we've got two Titan X3 cages here. These have really endured. Some people knock on Titan, but Titan is really great equipment. These, safeties on here, the rod and pipe system. We've got guys doing 800-pound shrugs off of these and doing rack pulls off this. It doesn't bend. Definitely got to make sure that you're using the piping with the rod, but otherwise it doesn't bend. And these are well used. Some people say like this stuff, honestly, I've tried tightening these. They're still tight. After 1 year getting used every day by some really strong guys, you can see that they're strong guys. Check our Instagram feed, right? We got some strong guys in here using this stuff. And they don't need to be tightened. So Titan is a pretty good manufacturer of equipment. I gotta admit, and I definitely think that you should use them. We've got a deadlift platform here. Also, I think I also ordered this from Titan Fitness. Great one. These arms do get loose, and I retightened it, but that makes sense. They're band attachments for the flat bands. And belts all shapes and sizes, jacks, of course, loading. Pretty sure that we're the only gym around here that offers chalk, and I purchased a whole bunch of Rogue chalk when we first opened up. Still got a lot of blocks left. Especially barbells here. I got Rogue deadlift bar of the yellow bar. We got a color-coded system here for the barbells, okay? And I also got this little handy-dandy sign telling people, you know, don't have bad form. Bad form's temporary. Broken back is forever. Keep your back straight when deadlifting. Lift with your legs. Sore neck safety bar here. Women's Bella bar here is the pink one. We got this Titan knockoff of the Duffalo bar. I think it's called the Yukon bar. And we've got this Valor trap bar with adjustable handles. So we got pretty good stuff. And of course we got one little bumper plate set here because we do have a hybrid bar, which is the black bar. Black as in the black tape that I've added to the side of the bar to distinguish it from a conventional power bar, which are all blue. And people, you can see the knurling on this is a little bit jacked up because people do rack pull with the damn thing. But if people want to use crash pads and do some Olympic lifts, they're welcome to do so. And last but not least, we have our Paramount Smith machine in here. I had a much smaller Smith machine, which is currently I'm trying to sell. It's like a first-gen Smith machine. Doesn't go all the way down as much. And this one has a cable system on it, so you know, a little bit more smoother action on it. Really great piece of equipment. Now I've got a Rogue reverse hyper here, Nautilus plate-loaded back extension. We got a Nautilus rotary torso from the next gen line, and then this Cybex combo abdominal as well as back extension machine. So, hope that you guys really enjoyed this little tour. Oh, yeah, we got a bit of a row station here too. But anyway, so yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed this little tour. You know, I've got a ton of posters all over the walls. Make a video just about all the, you know, the posters I've got in here. I guess I'll just put a little bit of stuff here at the end. You know, we've got all kinds of stuff on the walls in here. Go back toward the bathroom even, like I've got this wall of legends here, you know, men's locker room. I've added, oh yeah, we got lockers in here now. I've got this Serge Nubret poster in here. Move the mask poster into here, okay. And we've got more posters back over here. And yeah, so women's locker room area. It doesn't have any posters in it just yet. Got to add some here. We got a few little posters here. I actually go into the women's bathroom just because I want to show you guys. You know, we've got a little bit of decor in here as well. Got 80s themed shower curtains in here, okay. And then in the men's bathroom. You also can see that it's kind of clean in here too, actually. Men's bathroom is right here. We got a few goofy things in here, okay. We got this old movie poster, promotional poster for, I can't remember the name of the film, but it was kind of a funny thing. This guy flushed himself down the toilet. This, believe it or not, came from Israel. It's from the 80s, pictures galore. You know, this used to be a common thing back in the 80s, and I thought this one was kind of funny because he's even wearing Air Jordans. So, and then we've got, yeah, so we got a urinal in here, but more importantly, we've got a card promoting ET. Used to be at game stores and stuff. So, anyway, that is your complete tour of the Power Palace Gym, the facilities and its offerings, including its bathrooms. Aren't you so happy that you got to see that? I bet you are. Anyway, folks, the Power Palace has had 1 year anniversary on the 11th. So now we are, you know, we're doing really well. Like I said before, 211 members. And it's just a really fun space to come work out at. You get pumped at, you get psyched at. And I think that, you know, everybody, if we're charged a bit more than the Purple Planet Gym, okay? Pizza Planet Gym. All right, we don't charge 10 bucks a month. We charge $54.99 for one person. Add a second person for $24.99. If you got 4 people on the plan, drops down to $19.99 to add a person to the plan. There's still that initial $54.99 fee. And we do have discounts for students, vets, and first responders. So we charge a bit more, right? But we are a genuine 24-hour gym. The local Purple Pizza Planet Gym they do not offer 24 hours. They close at like 8 o'clock. And they don't have nearly as much equipment as I do, weightlifting equipment, okay? They got a lot more cardio equipment, but they don't have as much weightlifting equipment as I do, okay? Which, you know, should honestly be kind of embarrassing, I think. How can a chain gym that has all this, you know, resources, how can they have less equipment than little old me, okay? Little old me. I've got more equipment than all of them. And there's Anytime Fitness in town. I think I've got more equipment than them too. Definitely have more space. Also, we got this little calisthenic area here. I guess I forgot all about this. Got battle ropes in here, a little carrying. I at least have something to carry in here. I got a little carrying decline bench in here, some plyo boxes, and of course our 100-pound kickboxing bag in here. So, hope that you guys really have enjoyed this tour and seen the tremendous progress that has been made on the Power Palace Gym here in Newberg, Oregon. We are a legendary gym. At least we have the makings of one, you know. But just being 80s themed, putting this effort into trying to recreate what it felt like to go to a gym in the 1980s or just be in the 80s in general, you know. I think that we've got a tremendous progress on that here, folks. So, hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next Power Palace Gym channel video. Cheers.